Hey everybody, welcome to Tech Bites episode 4. This week we're going to be covering a few things that came up in the past week on the Facebook dealers page, and then we're going to introduce you guys to the Class 3 Ridge Rider upgrade guide, as well as the software interface, the Pedego tool, which is the program on your computer that you will use to upgrade software on your bikes. All right, share the screen here and we'll get right into it. Okay, maximize this. Okay, so we saw that some of the dealers notified us and on the dealer page that there happened to be some forks that had some clearance issues relative to the position of the front brake. I snagged these pictures from the dealer portal page. You can see it's basically contacting at this point right here with a rotor and the left side of the fork. This is looking at the front of the bicycle. So it's an easy fix. If you guys see this happen on any of the bikes that you get in, you just need to add a 3/8 washer that will separate the rotor away from the fork. That's a sufficient fix. We're going to be making an engineering change. I've already signed the documents. We're adjusting some of the geometry of the fork to make sure that you guys don't see that happen. And we're working on getting that taken care of right now. So we appreciate you guys posting that on there. If you see anything suspicious come up, let me know. And then, we'll work quickly to resolve it, either come up with a running change, or a working resolution to get those taken care of. So this is a pretty easy one. So thanks guys for notifying that. You want to take a look at your boomerang forks and your interceptors on these ones. And if you guys happen to see these on anything else, let me know. All right. Our next one, a little bit bigger topic. It's the Ridge Rider Class 3 install guide and the Pedego tool interface. So some of you may have already received the Class 3 kits from us. I know that's been a product that many of you have been asking for a long time. We needed to make sure everything was working perfectly, and because there's the hardware aspect of this and then the software aspect of this. So there's a lot of things to cover to get this right, but we're really happy with where it's at right now. So this Class 3 Ridge Rider kit, what this is, it's the necessary hardware and software to make a Ridge Rider, step through or classic, go 28 miles an hour. It's only 28 miles an hour though for the pedal assist. The throttle will work up to 20 miles an hour. So it becomes, instead of a class 1-2 bike that the Ridge Rider was before, it becomes a class 2-3 bike. We did build a provision into it, and that's why it's important to have the Pedego tool to be able to upgrade the display software, because you're going to use that same display that was originally on the bike, and that gives you the ability to use set 8. So what is set 8? Set 8 turns on and off class 3. So essentially, it gives the user the flexibility to adjust to either class 1-2 or to class 2-3. And that this is important so that it gives the customer options. That's something that we like to do, like with the torque sensor function, like set 7, to be able to have cadence sensing or to have torque sensing. So we could run through this a little bit. I'm going to show you guys some of Nick did a really, really great job developing this installation guide. We are going to make installation videos. It'll take a little bit more time, but we're able to get this done. And this explains absolutely everything that you need to know for the installation guide. And this information will be available on the dealer portal, the support portal, right after this video. So this is the contents. These are the contents of the Class 3 upgrade kit. So you're going to get this box. It's going to come with a chain ring, small piece of chain, because that front cog is much bigger. I think it's 52 tooth, if I remember correctly. So it's a significant increase in size over the previous chain ring. The reason for that big chain ring is to make sure that you can have comfortable cadence when you're pedaling at 28 miles an hour. The stock spec is the chain ring is too small. So if you were to leave that on, but then put the controller on and the rest of the hardware, essentially your legs would spin out. So this is really important. That your cadence would be too high. So this reduces the cadence to have a more comfortable pedal feeling as you get up towards that 28 mile an hour speed. Comes with a matching crank here for this new set, for this new chain ring set. You have a chain guide. This is very important. This assures that the chain stays on with the chain line as you shift your rear derailleur. We have a new torque sensor. This needs to be installed because the spacing of the chain line is a little bit different on this front cog here. So this is very important to install. And then of course, this is the controller with the 28 mile an hour software on there. So as I said, there's no display. So you're going to use that stock display that came on there, and you need to use the Pedego tool, which is right here. We'll go over this in a second, to upgrade that display to be able to unlock set 8. So we have our required tools here and supplies. I think this install takes, I don't know, what, like 45 minutes maybe?
About that.
Yeah. Like anything else, the more you do it, the quicker it'll be. Nick put all the details that you need, torque specifications of the install. There's quite a few steps, so I'm not going to go through all of them right now. But he put notes here. Just pay attention to those. Those are more specific things that need to be taken care of. Excuse me. And then it shows some of the specifications of the assist. So this is a great guide. We'll have that available. Let us know how it works. Give us feedback. Let us know if we need to change anything else. I think he did we're taking a look at everything. He did a really good job. So I think Nick covered everything, absolutely everything that needed to be covered. So after you get this install taken care of, the next thing that you're going to need to do is upgrade the display software. So here's the programmer tool. We're going to send these out to each and every one of you guys. This will give you guys the capability to update your controllers and your displays. So we made some change for those of you that have been dealers for a little bit longer. We've made some changes to the way that updates are done. In the past, you used to have to go in through the controller box. So you have to take the plate off. You have to pull the controller out. There's a data port off one of these wires here on the controller. We made some adjustments with a newer generation of controller, and Nick has that stated here. It's our Gen 6 product. So if you have Gen 6, you're able to upgrade it, and Gen 6 has been in circulation for over a year now. This is why we had to delay this. We needed to make sure enough of this product was out in your stores, customers had it, in order to make it efficient. So if it has if it's any bike basically sent out of here within the last 8 months, it's going to be Gen 6. So you can upgrade those units. So the way that you can do this is you plug right into the display cable. There's 2 connections coming off of this box. So you plug one end of this box into your computer, like so, via USB, and then you plug the 2 ends. You can plug one into the display cable going back down to the controller, and that will update the controller. And then you plug one end into the display cable going to the display, and then that will update the display. So what this is it's a Windows operating system interface. So it's called Pedego tool. We'll have that available for you to download. We'll have software available. So right now you cannot customize the software. That's something that we're working toward in the future, and will most likely be on the next generation of bicycles that you guys had seen at our dealer meeting last year. But this is the first step into being able to get your fleet updated, whether it's your rental fleet or existing inventory. If we have major feature updates or adjustment updates that are coming out, especially the next generation of bike will have much more functionality. It'll have many different features, and this will become increasingly important to have this tool. We would like to be able to customize it in the future. It leads to some complications, so we're figuring out the cleanest way to do that right now. But we're really excited about this. So this is going to come in handy right with this Ridge Rider upgrade kit. So you'll plug this in, you'll plug it into the display on the bike. You'll make sure everything should just plug and play. And then you have two interface options here. You have your controller or your LCD. All you have to do is, we're going to have the software files on drive. You go find the appropriate software file and you just drag it in there. And then when everything's plugged in, you essentially just click update. There's some things that you need to do, and then you see that, oh, we have the C500, that's the display we're using. The C300 used on the 36-volt Comfort Cruiser and City Commuter Lite. And then you click update. There's obviously some more steps in between, but that'll essentially unlock that that set 8 functionality. So this is the beginning of software adjustment. We're working on a software line right now. There's many different variations of the software, and it becomes, when updates come out, you need to make sure that it affects all the variations of software. And right now we have 9 times 2, we have 18 different variations of software right now. So that's why we're not doing customization yet, but we're getting towards that. So the most immediate thing that you guys will be able to do that we're going to roll out hopefully within 30 days is a function to enable you guys to have rental software. So that's been a big request that I've gotten, and we've done some beta testing of software that essentially gets rid of some of the functionality of the display as to not overwhelm the rental customer. Whether that be disabling the throttle or only having throttle, or getting rid of pedal assist 6. I know there were some issues where if the customer doesn't understand the interface and they're going up the hill and they're trying to get more power, they go to PAS 5 and instead they go past it and they go to 6, and then the pedal assist doesn't work and then they don't hit the throttle and then they fall over. So that was a request to get rid of pedal assist 6. So we've done some adjustments like that. So this is just the beginning, and we're going to develop this out more and get more functionality out of it, and we're really, really, really excited about it. It's been a long time coming. So that pretty much sums that up. These these guides are going to be on the dealer portal with videos to follow. We're really excited about those. Give us your feedback. They should be clear. Yeah. We got anything else, Luke?
That was topics for this week.
we have a lot more topics to go over. We still owe you guys those videos. We've been wrapping up other things. Those are in the pipeline right now. We've been busy working on an education platform. We hope to get something running in the near future, and then a limited training format too for those of you that have more in-depth questions or would like to know more about the product. So we're working on a lot of things. We're super excited about all of them, and there's a lot more coming. So I know that was a lot, but we can open it up to Q&A if you guys have any questions. We'll hang out for a few minutes and answer some questions about today's topics. Greg from Pedego Junction, will the programmer tool work with Apple OS and PC? So it will absolutely work with PC. So anything Windows 10 and above, which all you guys should have Windows 10 computers. There is a way to do it on the Apple computer software platform, but you need another program to do it, and it's called Parallels. It essentially emulates the Windows operating system within Apple. It's a little more complicated. The easiest thing to really do is just do PC, because that's what we're supporting right now. We are working on developing an Apple app program. Hopefully by the beginning of next year, we'll have something out there.
Looks like we got one in the chat.
Oh, we got one in the chat? Okay. Do we need to replace the controller if the bike already has a Gen 6 controller? No. We can we can have the controller software available so Colin Thomas is asking if the Ridge Rider already has a Gen 6 controller, do we need to put that new controller in? No, technically you do not. You will have the controller software available for that Class 3, and then you can upgrade that into that Gen 6 right from there. Alan, I noticed that we can now order Class 3 Ridge Riders. Does it need any programming off the box? Nope. The Class 3 Ridge Riders are good to go. Has all the software updated on them already. So yeah, no need to make any adjustments. So the Class 3 Ridge Riders that you ordered directly from here already have all the stuff installed on them. This is really to upgrade. We have thousands and thousands of Ridge Riders out there, and I know we've got a huge request for customers to be able to upgrade those bikes, and this is a great way to get your customers back in and get them upgraded to go 28 miles an hour. If you have Class 2 but need 3, what is the cost? From Bob Harris. The kit cost, I believe, your cost is $200. I believe it's $200. Luke's gonna double check. I'll answer that one in a moment. I tried a new Class 3 there. Is Todd Ketch. I tried a new Class 3 Ridge Rider step through the other day, and it was pretty awesome. Just saying. Hey man, I really appreciate that. I think that this is a great opportunity to further customize these products and make them, maybe put slicker tires on them, adjust some of the components on them. I think it's a great way to have a lot of fun on the Ridge Rider. So thank you very much. Then is there a price change for the new Class 3? I don't think we made any adjustments on price, Bob, for the stock OEM Class 3 version of the Ridge Rider. Did you find cost? Okay, so it looks like, yeah, scroll down. So the dealer cost is $180, and then retail is $299. And then obviously, I mean, you guys have some flexibility to either include labor costs on that install or add extra to it. Obviously that's how you'd like to do it, but we suggest building that in. Well, Greg from Pedego Junction, will there ever be a Class 3 Interceptor? We're taking a look at some adjustments for products right now. I'm not going to say yes, and I'm not going to say no. Todd Ketch, what is the tooth count on that front ring? Sorry if I missed. Todd, it's 52 tooth. So 52 tooth is pretty much the biggest that we could get without odd things happening. But I mean, 52 tooth is sweet. I mean, the stock chainring size before that, I think it was 46, 48. It was lower, 44. I can't remember. But I mean, it was a significant increase in tooth count. It's really, really comfortable for those higher speeds. We know people, you have a really comfortable cadence. Even at 20 miles an hour, it feels really good. So we're really, really happy about that. All right. Any other questions? Oh, we got another one.
It's 44.
The 1x10 is maybe a 36. That's a huge ring. Yeah. Oh, 44?
Yeah.
Okay.
30, okay. So 38 tooth for the single chain ring in the front, and then it's a 44 for the dual chain ring Ridge Rider.
Okay. So for the original spec, which was a 2x10, the
bigger one is a 44.
The bigger one was a 44. And then for the Gen 2, which was a 1x10 non-Class 3, it was a 38. And then now the Class 3 is a 52. So yeah, it's a significant change. And so give us as you guys get those in and you get these kits installed, give us more feedback. We're taking a look at putting 52, 28 or not across the board on the bikes for some of the future product coming out. We know. It's that balance of your comfortability in pedaling and trying to figure that out, because you have some customers that don't like to go 20 miles an hour, and then you have a lot that really do. And it's where is that comfortable pedal feeling in between. So anyway, give us some feedback on the 52 and let us know how it feels. Pedego Aiken, does the piece of chain come with quick links? It does. Yep. So the 910 speed chain system's a little bit different. Luke, you wanna kind of give some feedback on any of that? Any tricks or tips?
What do you mean? Sure.
Relative to getting the new chain in? The extra chain link? Any things that the dealer should watch out for when they're doing the install? Just relative to the pin and making sure you don't lose anything.
Is it which I didn't see? Is it the two that come together and slide, or is it the?
Yeah, they'll need to take the other chain apart too, though. So
yeah, it just depends on what type of quick link we use. So there's two kinds that we use. We have the one kind that basically you have to push an actual pin through, and that one you push the pin through until the chain can freely move. And then they have the other kinds that we use. Basically, there's like two half links, and they go together, and then use a chain tool to kind of pop them into place.
Yes. So, and then you just want to be careful. Pay special attention to the pins and putting the pieces together. It can be a very quick job to lengthen a chain or take a chain apart. You don't want to make it longer than it is with frustration and losing pins or parts. So, pay special attention to those, and then. A big, this is something I think my dad taught me years ago, that chain might be really, really tight when you put everything back together because you just compress the pins and you're putting some of the components back together. So what you can do is if the chain moves this way, right, you want to bend laterally like this. So you kind of just flex back and forth. And what that'll do is kind of loosen the pins up a little bit so it's not too tight with movement. Because if it is tight and it's going around the chain ring, your chain might fall off or things may get binded up. So yes, it does come with a quick link. Todd Ketch, if I can say at 20, it was very comfortable to ride with that big ring. Okay, great to hear. Todd, if you can go out and ride around at 20, let me know what you think. See if that is it too slow at 20? Let me know how that feels. All right, Jerry. Any thought on a wide narrow chain ring? Still have lots of chains falling off due to rear derailleur tension. Jerry, let me know if that's pertaining to this product or other products. Let me know. We do have a couple of things we're working on. I think we talked about this in a previous episode, but if we didn't, I know we're going off topic here a little bit, but if you guys have chains falling off, we have a really good fix right now, which is a chain guide. So it's a chain guide that Chris developed actually, that works for like this. See if I can zoom in anymore. So we developed a chain guide that we 3D print. So it's this piece right here. So if you guys have chains falling off, it's a great way to resolve that. So looks a little bit different than that, but essentially it'll help. It attaches to the seat tube, and it will help keep the chain on. We have one for the boomerangs, and we have one for the interceptors and city commuters. And so if you have a request for that, just let the tech team know, and we'd be happy to print some out for you and send them your way. Absolutely.
And then just a quick note on those. Those we print to order. So
it does take a little bit of time.
It takes like 6 hours for those to print per chain guide.
And we always have other stuff printing, so you might need to wait a couple of days. That being said, we're getting more printers, and that'll hopefully be faster and better. As Luke said, just please a little bit of patience. Yeah, for the interceptor and boomerang. Yeah. So if you guys have any requests, if you have chains falling off, you have a customer that has an issue, if they're riding a lot, going over bumpy trails, maybe you got a rental bike that the chain, stuff's just falling off, let us know and we can send you guys a chain guide. Okay. See any other questions? All right, we'll give it just a few more seconds. All right. Okay, guys, we appreciate you guys being here today. We'll put all this information on the dealer support page later today. Let us know how the installs go. We're super excited for you guys to get these and get these on bikes and get customers out on them. We'll have some more information relative to where you guys can access software. It's going to be a static Google Drive folder that you guys will be able to access. You're gonna probably want to bookmark it. What it will have is there's classifications and categorizations of our bikes. We're just right now is just going to be Ridge Rider, just so you guys can get the Class 3 kits installed. But later we'll have the rest of the bike. So it's every single product except the conveyor and the elevate. So everything that uses our controller will be able to use this interface. So yeah, and if you have any more feedback on custom software that you guys would like to see officially distributed from us, let me know. So essentially, to break it down, we're going to have this Class 3 software. We're going to have our regular software line. So that's everything that comes stock OEM on the bikes moving forward. If we have software updates to those, and then we're going to have a rental software. So if you can think of functions or features that you'd like to have built in, you'd like us to take a look at integrating, let us know. Oh, we got one more questions. Sorry if I missed this. When will the Class 3 kits be back in stock? So they're in stock right now. We jumped the gun a little bit, but the Class 3 kits are available right now with those software kits. So if you don't have that software kit, you need one. If you already received a Class 3 kit, and we'll get those out to you. And I think I gotta confirm what the price is, but those might be free of charge. I'm not sure. I'll get you guys an answer to that. All right. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week.